let's talk about ruts. So ruts are the lowest points in life that you experience on this journey. It's the opposite of the highest point in your life where you're basically doing much productive stuff, or maybe you feel so happy, or maybe you feel the height in life in general, or the height of your days or time in general. Now, as I define ruts for me, ruts are basically the lowest points in life, and ruts are basically one of the hardships that you have to go through in life. And because of that, it's hard. Ruts will inevitably bring you down. Will bring you down. You will counter a lot of problems within these ruts, big problems that will eventually bring you down to your weaker and vulnerable self. And what kind of ruts are there in general? So, for example, you have a breakup where you, after breaking up with your girl, and then she has another man that's more attractive than you, and so you became jealous, and after that you bring yourself down, and then you started to slack off in life, or maybe you are struggling with school, you are sleeping, you are not sleeping well, and you're trying to focus a lot on studies, keep working and working, sacrificing your mental health. Those are ruts. Ruts start when small problems or problems grow bigger and bigger and stronger until eventually they'll bring you down to your lowest point. So, how do you avoid ruts, or how do you overcome them? I have a harsh truth to tell you, and it is that the highest points and lowest points in life or in your journey will always appear if you're wanting to become the best or reach the goals. There will always be ups and downs when you're trying to reach a certain point or a certain destination in your journey. So, meaning, ruts will always appear in some point in your life. They will always appear. However, if you manage to overcome those ruts or overcome the downs in your journey, then you will be you'll become stronger a person and a better person, because one, hard ruts derive or are caused by the problems that became bigger and bigger and stronger until you were pushed down into this rut. Second, they are one of the hardships that you have to face through in life, of course, because they are problems in general, the hardships that you have to face through. They are very uncomfortable to face, and it's very hard. You need a lot of mental strength to eventually face them and overcome them. But once you do face them and overcome them, you will inevitably become stronger and you will grow from it, because there's always lessons to learn from ruts, whatever kind of rut that you face through. So now, how do you overcome these kinds of ruts, all ruts, especially if you're in self-improvement or not? How do you actually overcome them or learn from them? This is one simple advice. I won't be giving systems or any self-improvement systems that you can use. I'll be giving just one harsh truth, which is that you should take ownership against those ruts. What do you mean by taking ownership on those ruts? Instead of blaming others or thinking that why is it like this, it is like this, so anything, you know what I mean. Instead of blaming the external for others for the ruts that you face through, why don't you actually take responsibility instead of just blaming it on everything and not taking the responsibility? As a person, we always have to take responsibility for everything that we have to be in life, and that's a step on to becoming more masculine. But let's not get into the masculine niche. Rut To face ruts, you have to take ownership. You should not blame the external or the other things of outside of you. Instead, Taking ownership is to take responsibility. So how do you take responsibility or take ownership? Instead, you should take action. Yeah. So taking action against those ruts and trying to solve the root problem or the root cause. It could be an external root cause or an internal root cause, which probably means that you are probably the cause. But that could be the truth as well. Ask yourself this: what rut am I currently facing through? What's the root cause or the root problem? Is it me, or is it actually something else that's outside of me? And then what you can do next is, how can I take action? Ask yourself, how can I take action or take responsibility? And then after that, once you get your answer, you do it right away. And once you do that, you become better again, you'll learn from it. Inevitably gain some growth and a lesson to learn from it. And then when you face another rut, you ask yourself again, what's the root cause or the root problem, and then how you take action. And then you will inevitably become unstoppable. You will eventually face these ruts, but however, it won't be easy facing a lot of ruts because they will be there in your daily life, in your everyday life, and in your journey. Just never give up and always take responsibility, take action, and face those ruts. Yeah, yeah. That's all.